So once again, hi, my name is Ian Wood. I'm the Managing Director of Simplytrak. We're an East Yorkshire-based technology company that specialises in vehicle tracking solutions for plant and machinery, assets, cars and vehicle fleets. Now, we provide systems all over the world and to one of the largest companies in the UK. They're actually a logistics company. Now, Simplytrak have been providing vehicle tracking solutions for 18 years now, and are in a position where, with the help of technology, we can provide solutions for almost every challenge that companies face when it comes to their fleet. We now supply connected cameras, both witness and CCTV cameras, where the operation centres are now available to monitor what the driver is seeing, and if an event occurs, then this footage is automatically uploaded and stored, viewable via any PC or smartphone. Now, our solutions enable you to track your assets, monitor driver behaviour, increase safety, improve operations by reducing admin, which gives you more control, thus saving time and money. All this because of our expertise in technology. Now, I mentioned earlier that we provide a solution for one of the largest courier companies in the world. Well, they actually came to us asking if we could help with one of their challenges. And this being when a driver gets out of the vehicle and delivers parcels, because of the time restraints that the drivers have to deliver your parcel, they tended to leave the keys in the ignition, meaning that vehicles were getting stolen on a regular basis. Now, with opportunists following these vehicles, waiting for them to deliver. So Simplytrak were to come up with a solution to train the driver to take the keys with them at every stop. The challenge we had was that the vehicles do not necessarily know if the vehicles are in or out. Now, we could tell if the engine was running or the ignition lights were on, but not when everything was off. So technology gave a number of solutions, but nothing that the driver couldn't override. Key fobs attached to the key rings, etc. All these could be removed and left in the vehicle if necessary. Therefore, the solution was to utilise the data that the vehicles were freely giving, and by listening to this data and detecting what codes we were given, ignition on, ignition off, engine running, and doors opening. With our expertise, we could provide a solution that not only alerts the driver that I've left the keys in the ignition, so it can do that by flashing the hazard lights and sounding the horn, but immediately that the driver's door opens, the vehicle will be immobilised. Now, obviously, this is a bit annoying for the driver, but when they have to call the operations centre to remobilise the vehicle, it's going to create a oops, I've done it again scenario. And we've actually proved that it only takes a couple of weeks for the drivers, certainly their behaviour, to change and for them to start removing their keys every time they deliver a parcel. And if you think about it, with 4 million vans on the road in Great Britain, our technology is there to help. So another way technology has helped is what we call our AIM system. Now, AIM is airside incursion mitigation. Now, we provide UK airports our vehicle tracking system. Now, until Doncaster Sheffield Airport asked if we could develop a system for them, and this was to alert a driver that they were nearing a restricted zone, which is a runway, taxiways or aprons. The challenges that they were facing was that there are 2 runway incursions every single day throughout Europe. Now, a runway incursion means that if a vehicle, a person or another aircraft is actually on the runway when another aircraft is taking off or landing, then this is classed as a runway incursion, and it has to be logged to the Civil Aviation Authority. Now we have what we call geofencing. Now geofencing is invisible lines that we can put on our mapping software. But we very quickly found that these could not be used because there's a time delay between the actual units that we put in the vehicles, sending its information to our servers, then our servers recognizing that the vehicles had gone through the geofences, and then that information has to be sent back to the vehicle and the driver has to be alerted. There's also the weather changes. So when the weathers change, fog, heavy rain, snow, then the airports could go into what we call, or they call, a low visibility mode, which means all these restricted areas, your holding points, etc., are actually moved further away from the runway. And sometimes there's actually 3 holding points on taxiways to cover. And they call them Cat 1, Cat 2 and Cat 3 holding points. And our solution needed to take all this into account. They needed something more responsive. We knew our tracking system checks its position 4 times a second. So we needed to design a method for the tracker to alert the driver first before sending all that information up to our servers. So the solution that we came up with was AIM. With the help of technology, we were able to put all of the restricted zones into the vehicle itself. So immediately the vehicle crosses this invisible line, we call a geofence, the drivers are alerted via an onboard buzzer. And as the driver now needs to seek permission from air traffic control to go into any one of these restricted areas, they can turn the buzzer off, which acknowledges that they have stopped. And all this is recorded, then sent to our servers, so it can be reported and used for mitigation at a later date if needed. And if the airports do go into low visibility mode, with the press of a virtual button, all vehicles that are on our system can be put into low visibility mode straight away. Drivers need to enter live runways to check for lighting faults, FOD, which is foreign object debris, and general runway inspections. So all this is recorded and used for the airport's monthly inspections by the CAA. Now, it was a bit of a quick talk. I wanted to play the video at first, but obviously that's technology. But if you want to go to our booth, the video is playing there constantly, so you can just click on that. You can also talk to us, chat to us in our booth. There's 3 or 4 guys there waiting to have a chat if you want to come and speak to us. There's also details of websites and things like that you can go onto it. So what I'm going to do is close this chat at the moment, and then meet you all in the booth if you want to come down and chat to us. Okay, thank you very much for listening.